At a celebration breakfast Monday morning at MSUM CMU Ballroom, area community members and supporters of the 2015 Fargo Marathon gathered to see the unveiling of this year's poster by its artist, Paul Johnson.
Mark Knutson always tells me basically a starting point. I ask him, you got any ideas at all, anything that you want communicated? And he told me this year, he said, we're going to go through 3 college campuses. So he said, I would like to use their colors in some fashion. I just cut up magazines, National Geographics, into little triangular shapes and put together the collage.
You know, Paul's work is just amazing. Every year he never ceases to amaze me with what he does. His you know, the thought process behind it, the hours he puts into it. You know, you look at it and you wouldn't realize that he clipped up, you know, hundreds of National Geographic magazines just to get the right color schemes involved, and then, you know, even the deeper meaning behind that, using National Geographic because it's a, you know, magazine from around the world. So he puts a lot of thought and a lot of heart into it.
Johnson's beautiful design embodies the route and theme of this year's Fargo Marathon that, for the first time, will go through the campus of Minnesota State University Moorhead.
You know, I think being able to take the marathon over into MSUM is, you know, it's going to be a really great experience, I think, for the runners, I think for the campus. I'm excited because, you know, NDSU and MSUM both have students still in session on marathon day, so I'm hoping that, you know, both campuses will come out in full force. I know there'll be a weekend before finals, but, you know, maybe it'll be a good time for a study break and get people out cheering them on. So.
Well, the Fargo Marathon has gone through a couple of the other campuses. We've gone through NDSU and Concordia like 4 or 5 times, and this year we really wanted just to do something special and take it through Minnesota State University Moorhead. It's never been done before, and with Dr. Blackhurst being a marathon runner and just the rejuvenation of MSUM, it was just the perfect timing for the marathon to go through MSUM.
It's a wonderful idea to run it through all 3 campuses. I think that's a great thing. Promotes some unity in the community, and it gives recognition to those 3 schools, to the people especially who come from out of town. I mean, everyone who lives in Fargo Moorhead and runs in the marathon, or West Fargo, generally knows about the colleges. They may not visit the campus that much, though, so I think for everyone it's going to be a wonderful opportunity to see how beautiful those campuses are in the spring. If we're lucky, it'll be a nice day like last year, and it'll be beautiful.
MSUM President Dr. Ann Blackhurst was the guest speaker at the event. Her words carried weight throughout the room as she knows firsthand what marathon running is all about.
There's a lot of personal meaning for me as well, as a marathon runner and someone who's participated in the Fargo Marathon and felt that excitement and that sense of community and that sense of accomplishment firsthand. To have MSUM be an integral part of that event, to me symbolizes the integral role that we play in Fargo Moorhead and the larger community.
Dr. Blackhurst is more than just your average runner. She actually qualified for the Boston Marathon and is just beginning her training process.
My long run this weekend was only 12 miles. Eventually I'll work my way up to 22-mile training runs. So far it's been good. It's felt manageable. When I was done with 12 miles, I was ready to be done, but I know that when I get to the marathon, I'll be well prepared.
Even though her training is just beginning, Dr. Blackhurst is more than excited to run in the marathon relay and have Dragons cheer on the thousands of runners moving through campus.
This year I'll be running the marathon relay, and I'm going to run the segment of the course that goes through the MSUM campus, and I get goosebumps thinking about what it'll feel like to run through the campus mall with, you know, crowds of screaming Dragons who will be cheering me on, as well as all the other Dragon runners in the marathon.
Sue Knutson spent 8 years working in the MSUM bookstore. Mark Knutson and Johnson also know quite a bit about life at MSUM, as both are Dragon alumni. They told us that bringing the marathon back to their Moorhead State had a large influence on their work.
I came to MSU in 1978, still have my card and my ID number and everything, and lots of good memories here. And I teach now, and I teach drawing, and I use his same, lines got to sparkle. They got to sparkle, and Don McCraven used to walk through our classrooms and make those lines sparkle, make them sparkle. So I still use that terminology all the time.
Well, it's pretty exciting. I'm guessing over the 4 years I was here, I probably walked 26.2 miles back and forth between here and Nemzik. But no, it was. I think it's going to be a really unique experience. And you know, we're going to bring them up off of 7th Avenue and come up and do a loop. You know, through the campus, go right by Weld and by the library, and then bring them back around the McLean side and then back out to 7th again. So you know, get to go by the Dragon, and you know, it's just the campus is great. You know, it's a beautiful campus, and it'll be really fun, I think.
3 communities and 3 institutions joined together through an event that brings people in from all 50 states and over 6 countries, showing the world how proud we are to call Fargo Moorhead our home.
I think it's great. I think it's wonderful in this community the way all 3 colleges come together in so many different ways to support the community, and this is just another example. Cobbers, Dragons, Bison, we all get along, you know, when it comes down to it. It's a good thing.